Hi, my name is Ivonne Guillen, and I'm doing my presentation on the Health Education A through D forms. For Form A, the Health Center Health Science event, I decided to attend the first general meeting, which was used to inform the audience on events and what the Student Health Services is. To me, this event was very informational. I like that they provided us with other events that we could go for the A through D assignment, so we knew when what we could do and when they were being held. So one of the presenters that was there was Allison Borwell, and she provided us with information on what can be found at the Student Health Services. So the Student Health Services has a pharmacy inside, and she did inform us that the medicine that is inside the pharmacy is actually cheaper than what they sell on campus. So if you're looking for Advil, anything for like headaches, like for colds and anything like that, they do sell all that stuff at the pharmacy for an affordable price, which is cheaper than on campus. It's also open Monday through Friday. I believe Wednesdays there's special timing. So what they do, some things they do at the Student Health Services, they do all sorts of testing. So they can test your blood panel, your iron levels, STIs, etc. They also do vaccinations like TB, flu vaccine, measles, hepatitis A and B. They also offer free acupuncture once a week and physical examinations. I believe for the physical examinations, they did tell us that we do not need health insurance because if you notice that in your tuition you pay for, I guess, health insurance type of thing. They also offer counseling and psychological services. So that's also known as CAPS. And basically what CAPS is it helps students meet the personal challenges associated with identifying and accomplishing academic, career, and life goals. So the services include short-term counseling for individuals, group counseling, referral services, psychoeducational presentations, and crisis intervention. They also have the Wellness Wednesdays. Wellness Wednesdays are just little meetings that they have every once in a while. They're cool meetings. I did attend one for a different form. So basically, for specific days and times, they're always on Wednesdays from 12:30 to 1:30. They have different meetings, and in these meetings, some of them navigating health and wellness. They have dating and relationship advice. They have a Wellness Wednesday on time management. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Like this whole event was very informational, and it actually did help me find a bunch of the other events that I was going to attend for the other forms that we had to do for this class. So for Form B, I attended a Wellness Wednesday. That one was on March 6th, and it was the doctors in Meet Dr. C. So before the doctor came in, they did talk about the Student Health Services again. So they mentioned that the doctors there are fully licensed. They also, and there's DOs, there's PAs, and nurses, I believe. So they mentioned that it was similar to urgent care because they see patients with acute problems, nothing too serious. And they also offer after-hour nurses advice line, which is 24/7, including weekends and holidays. So we did meet Dr. Michael Corbuto. He is a doctor that works at the Student Health Services. So he did talk about like some background about himself. So he did mention that he's been working at the Student Health Services for 17 years, and before that he was working at USC's Health Center. And he did mention that he did start medical school at the age of 30. He attended Western Medical School, and throughout this whole meeting, it was more of us asking him questions and not him just talking and like he did say, like, I didn't want to bore you guys, so this is all about you guys asking questions. So a lot of people rose their hands. One person did ask about social life in medical school, and he did mention that he gave up his social life in order for him to focus on the MCAT and his studies throughout med school. So he's not an MD, he's actually a DO, which is a doctor of osteopathic medicine, which is just focused more on manipulation and alignment of the body in order to help cure it. So for Form C, the health related volunteering event, I did attend the HSSA career fair. So I wanted to attend this one because I was hoping to find tables on anything to do with PA school and what is needed and what PA is actually all about, because I only know the basics of what PA is actually all about. So when entering the ballroom that it was held at, they did provide us with so many programs and schools that we could talk to. My main focus, as I said earlier, was to look around for the tables with PA opportunities. So I did find a couple tables that were focused on what PAs do. So for one of the tables, it was actually more on like what they do and not like schooling wise. So some of the information I found was that they conduct physical exams, prescribe medications, perform procedures, and all other sorts of cool stuff like counseling and education, preventative care, diagnostic testing. Also, they did give us some statistics on their areas of work and their specialties. So 38.8% work in hospitals, 5.5% in urgent care centers, and as far as specialization, 11.9% specialize in primary care, and 26.3% specialize in surgical subspecialties. So the school that caught my attention the most was Chapman University. So they do offer PA studies at their school. I was told very important information such as like the classes that I should be taking or need to have taken before applying to school, as well as what my GPA should be, not only school-wise but science class-wise. So some of the classes I know that you need to be taking is bioanatomy, biophysio, I believe it's inorganic chemistry. You have to have taken calculus, a stats class. So just a bunch of classes that I know I need to either take now or as soon as I can. So for my last form, the outside university event, I actually decided to go to a preschool. My mom actually works at this preschool, so she was able to let me go in and volunteer and help. So I wanted to do a preschool because I know healthy eating is very important, and I believe we should be educating our children on what healthy foods are and how they help our bodies out, as well as exercising as well. So anything that's good for your body. So I went to a preschool in Downey where I helped the children learn about healthy snacks as well as healthy foods, but our main focus was snacks because it was their snack time when I went in. So we did talk about the food pyramid and what foods are in each groups. And after that, we decided to give them fruits with yogurt. But after we gave them their snacks and we sat them down for a bit, we read to them and everything, we also came up with activities that involved movement rather than just sitting and coloring, because exercise is an important part of being healthy. So I mentioned to them that one should be active and not sitting all day, so no more iPads or phones and stuff like that. So I set some hula hoops on the floor and they were jumping about on each one, so I thought that was pretty. They actually had pretty much fun. They really enjoyed being able to pick their own fruit instead of like the teachers having to grab it. We gave them the bowl of fruit as well as tonsils to pick up the fruits. And then yogurt, obviously we served them because we didn't want them dropping it on the floor. But they actually had a lot of fun, and they did talk about how at home they do eat a lot of veggies and fruits, and so we mentioned that that's a good part of their diet and they should continue to eat all their veggies, all their fruits, and lay off of the chips and soda and all that stuff. So that was basically my Form A through D presentation, and I found everything from each event very informational and really enjoyed doing this project.